Still under the topic of political law, citizenship. So, who are citizens of the Philippines? The following are citizens of the Philippines. 1. Those who are citizens of the Philippines at the time of the adoption of the Constitution, 1987. 2. Those whose fathers or mothers are citizens of the Philippines. 3. Those born before January 17, 1973 of a Filipino mother who elected Philippine citizenship upon reaching the age of majority, and fourth, those who are naturalized in accordance with law. Note that a passport is a document issued by the Philippine government to its citizens requesting other governments to allow its citizens to pass safely and freely, and in case of need, to give him or her all lawful aid and protection. It is an official document to identify or to the identity of Philippine citizenship of the holder issued for travel purposes. A passport proves that the country which issued it recognizes the person named therein as its national. The modes of acquiring citizenship. One, by birth. We have two principles, jus soli and jus sanguinis. Jus soli is the right of soil. So a person's nationality is based on the place of birth, and it was formerly effective in the Philippines, but now it isn't. But this is followed by the United States of America. Another principle is the jus sanguinis, which is effective in the Philippines currently. So this is the right of blood. A person's nationality follows that of his natural parents. So the Philippines currently adheres to this principle. Second mode is by naturalization. And naturalization signifies the act of formally adopting a foreigner into the political body of a nation by clothing him or her with the privilege of a citizen. So what are the classifications of citizens? First, natural-born citizens. Under Section 2, Article 4, natural-born citizens are those who are citizens of the Philippines from birth without having to perform any act to acquire or perfect their Philippine citizenship. Those who elect Philippine citizenship in accordance with Paragraph 3, Section 1 hereof shall be deemed natural-born citizens. Again, who are natural-born citizens, citizens of the Philippines from birth without having to perform any act to acquire or perfect their Philippine citizenship, and those who elect Philippine citizenship in accordance with law. The requirement for electing Filipino citizenship upon reaching the age of majority under the Constitution only applies to legitimate children, not to illegitimate ones. As the child of a Filipino mother and a Chinese father who were never married, one was not obligated to comply with these requirements. Thus, being an illegitimate, she automatically acquired Filipino citizenship at birth and did not need to elect it upon reaching adulthood. Another classification of citizens, naturalized citizens. Those who are naturalized in accordance with law. Naturalization proceedings are imbued with the highest public interest. Corollary, naturalization laws are strictly construed in favor of the government and against the applicant. The burden of proof rests upon the applicant to show full and complete compliance with the requirements of the law. The declaration of intention must be filed 1 year prior to the filing of the petition for naturalization. And if there are substantial changes in the original declaration, the 1 year period must be computed from the filing of the supplemental declaration of intention. Modes of naturalization. 1. By direct conferment of Congress. Here, the Congress passes a private bill conferring citizenship on a foreigner, subject to approval or veto of the President. 2. By application under naturalization statutes, either via judicial action or via administrative action with the Special Committee on Naturalization or under RA 9139. Naturalization via judicial action under CA 473 is a process by which a foreigner is adopted by the country and clothed with privileges of a native-born citizen. The applicant must prove that he has all the qualifications and none of the disqualifications for citizenship. So what are the qualifications? 1. Not less than 21 years of age on the day of the hearing of the petition. He resided in the Philippines for a continuous period of 10 years or more. Of good moral character, believes in the principle underlying the Philippine Constitution, and conducted himself in a proper and irreproachable manner during the entire period of his residence towards the government and community. Fourth, he must own real estate in the Philippines worth 5,000 pesos or more, or must have lucrative trade, profession, or lawful occupation. Fifth, he must be able to speak or write English or Spanish or any one of the principal languages in the Philippines. And fourth, and sixth, he is he has enrolled his minor children of school age in any of the recognized schools where Philippine history, government, and civics are taught or prescribed as part of the school curriculum during the entire period of the residence in the Philippines required of him. Naturalization special qualifications. Any will result to reduction of the 10-year period to 5 years. 1. Having honorably held office under the government of the Philippines or under that of any of the provinces, cities, municipalities, or political subdivisions thereof. 2. Established a new industry or introduced a useful invention in the Philippines. 3. Married to a Filipino woman. Fourth, engage as a teacher in the Philippines in a public or recognized private school not established for the exclusive instruction of children of persons of a particular nationality or race in any of the branches of education or industry for a period of 2 years or more, or he was born in the Philippines. Disqualifications. Persons opposed to organized government or affiliated with groups who uphold and teach doctrines opposing all organized governments. Persons defending or teaching the necessity or propriety of violence, personal assault, or assassination for the success of their ideas. Polygamists or believers in polygamy. Persons convicted of crimes involving moral turpitude. Persons suffering from mental alienation or incurable contagious disease. Persons who during period of their stay have not mingled socially with the Filipinos, or have not evinced a sincere desire to learn and embrace the customs, traditions, and ideals of the Filipinos. Citizens or subjects of nations with whom Philippines is at war with, or citizens or subjects of a foreign country other than the United States whose laws do not grant Filipinos the right to become naturalized citizens or subjects thereof. There is no petition for judicial declaration of Philippine citizenship, meaning the court has consistently ruled that there is no proceeding established by law or the rules for the judicial declaration of the citizenship of an individual. There is no specific legislation authorizing the institution of a judicial proceeding to declare that a given person is part of our citizenry. It should be stressed that there is no specific statutory or procedural rule which authorizes the direct filing of a petition for declaration of election of Philippine citizenship before the courts. The special proceeding provided under Section 2, Rule 108 of the Rules of Court on cancellation or correction of entries in the civil registry merely allows any interested party to file an action for cancellation or correction of entry in the civil registry, such as election, loss, and recovery of citizenship. What is the concept of denaturalization? It is a process by which grant of citizenship is revoked. Judgment directing the issuance of a certificate of naturalization is a mere grant of a political privilege, and that neither estoppel nor res judicata may be invoked to bar the state from initiating an action for the cancellation or nullification of the certificate of naturalization thus issued. What are the grounds for denaturalization? Upon the proper motion of the Solgen or the Solicitor General or the Provincial Fiscal, naturalization may be cancelled when naturalization certificate was fraudulently or illegally obtained. If obtained fraudulently or via perjury, naturalization is never final and may be revoked. If, within 5 years next following the issuance, he shall return to his native country or to some foreign country and establish his permanent residence there, remaining for more than 1 year in his native country or the country of his former nationality, or 2 years in other foreign country, shall be considered a prima facie evidence of his intention of taking up his permanent residence in the same. Petition was made on an invalid declaration of intention. Minor children of a person naturalized failed to graduate from the schools mentioned in Section 2 through the fault of their parents, either by neglecting to support them or by transferring them to another school or schools, or if he has allowed himself to be used as a dummy in violation of the constitutional or legal provision requiring Philippine citizenship as a requisite for the exercise, use, or enjoyment of a right, franchise, or privilege. Republic Act 11767 on Foundling Recognition and Protection Act, effective May 6, 2022. Foundlings. Article 1, Section 5. The citizenship status of a foundling found in the Philippines and/or in the Philippine embassies, consulates, and territories abroad. A foundling found in the Philippines and/or in the Philippine embassies, consulates, and territories abroad is presumed a natural-born Filipino citizen, regardless of the status or circumstances of birth. As a natural-born citizen of the Philippines, a foundling is accorded with rights and protections at the moment of birth equivalent to those belonging to such class of citizens whose citizenship does not need perfection or any further act. The presumption of natural-born status of a foundling may not be impugned in any proceeding unless substantial proof of foreign parentage is shown. The natural-born status of a foundling shall not also be affected by the fact that the birth certificate was simulated, or that there was absence of a legal adoption process, or that there was inaction or delay in reporting, documenting, or registering a foundling. So are foundlings natural-born citizens? The answer is yes. As a matter of law, foundlings as a class are natural-born citizens. The presumption of natural-born citizenship of foundlings stems from the presumption that their parents are nationals of the Philippines. While the 1935 Constitution's enumeration is silent as to foundlings, there is no restrictive language which would definitely exclude foundlings either. No such intent or language permits discrimination against foundlings. On the contrary, all three constitutions guarantee the basic right to equal protection of the laws. All exhort the state to render social justice. Three modes by which an alien may become a Filipino citizen by naturalization. 1. Administrative naturalization pursuant to RA 9139. 2. Judicial naturalization pursuant to CA 437. And 3. Legislative naturalization in the form of a law enacted by Congress granting Philippine citizenship to an alien. What is derivative naturalization? Under Section 15 of CA 473, foreign women who are married to Philippine citizens may be deemed ipso facto Philippine citizens, and it is neither necessary for them to prove that they possess other qualifications for naturalization at the time of their marriage, nor do they have to submit themselves to judicial naturalization. Pursuant to the principle of derivative naturalization, it extends the grant of Philippine citizenship to the minor children of those naturalized thereunder. The following are the requisites that should be applied to the minor children in order to be entitled to Philippine citizenship. 1. They are legitimate children of the petitioner. 2. They were born in the Philippines. And 3. They were still minors when the petitioner was naturalized as a Filipino citizen. Loss and reacquisition of Philippine citizenship. What are the grounds for loss of Philippine citizenship? 1. Naturalization in a foreign country. 2. Express renunciation or expatriation. 3. Taking an oath of allegiance to another country upon reaching the age of majority. 4. Accepting a commission and serving in the armed forces of another country unless there is an offensive or defensive pact with that country, or it maintains armed forces in the Republic of the Philippines with the Philippines' consent. Fifth, denaturalization. The court, upon its discretion, may cancel certificate of naturalization subsequent to the requirements provided. This is because naturalization is not a natural right but a political privilege. Sixth, being found by final judgment to be a deserter of the armed forces of the Philippines. Generally, expatriation is a constitutional right. No one can be compelled to remain a Filipino if he does not want to. Exception: a Filipino may not divest himself of Philippine citizenship in any manner while the Republic of the Philippines is at war with any country. Loss of Philippine citizenship cannot be presumed, considering the fact that admittedly Osmeña was both a Filipino and an American. The mere fact that he has a certificate stating that he is an American does not mean that he is not still a Filipino, since there has been no express renunciation of his Philippine citizenship. This is from the case of Asnar versus Comelec. Republic Act 9225, or the Citizenship Retention and Reacquisition Act of 2003. Now an abbreviated process, there is no need to wait for 3 years. 1 year for declaration of intent and 2 years for the judgment to become executory. What are the requirements? He must be 21 years of age, must be a resident for 6 months, must have good moral character, and must have no disqualifications. Repatriation. Repatriation results in the recovery of the original nationality. Therefore, if he is a natural-born citizen before he lost his citizenship, he will be restored to his former status as a natural-born Filipino. Mere filing of a certificate of candidacy is not sufficient act of repatriation. Repatriation requires an express and equivocal act. In the absence of any official action or approval by proper authorities, a mere application for repatriation does not and cannot amount to an automatic reacquisition of the applicant's Philippine citizenship. Legislative Act. Citizenship can be acquired by an alien through legislative naturalization in the form of a law enacted by Congress bestowing Philippine citizenship to an alien. Citizenship can be reacquired by natural-born citizens of the Philippines who have lost their Philippine citizenship by reason of their naturalization as citizens of a foreign country upon taking the oath of allegiance to the Republic. What is reacquisition? Natural-born citizens of the Philippines who have lost their Philippine citizenship by reason of their naturalization as citizens of a foreign country are deemed to have reacquired Philippine citizenship upon taking the oath of allegiance to the Republic. Retention. Natural-born citizens of the Philippines who, after the effectivity of RA 9225, became citizens of a foreign country shall retain their Philippine citizenship upon taking the aforesaid oath. Derivative citizenship. The unmarried child, whether legitimate, illegitimate, or adopted, below 18 years of age of those who reacquire Philippine citizenship upon effectivity of RA 9225 shall be deemed citizens of the Philippines. Effect of retention or reacquisition. Those who retain or reacquire Philippine citizenship under this act shall enjoy full civil and political rights and be subject to all attendant liabilities and responsibilities under existing laws of the Philippines. Dual citizenship and dual allegiance. Dual citizenship allows a person who acquires foreign citizenship to simultaneously enjoy the rights he previously held as a Filipino citizen. This may be voluntary or accidental, and the results in the application of different laws of two or more states to a dual citizen. Dual allegiance is completely voluntary, and it occurs when aliens who are naturalized as Filipinos but remain loyal to their country of origin. Public officers who, while serving the government, seek citizenship in another country. Next topic is on education, science, technology, arts, culture, and sports. Academic freedom. Academic freedom shall be enjoyed in all institutions of higher learning. Freedoms afforded to educational institutions relating to its right to determine for itself on academic grounds who may teach, what may be taught, how shall it be taught, and who may be admitted to study. The limitations on academic freedom: 1. Police power of the state, and 2. The social interest of the community. The next topic is on national economy and patrimony. The following are the goals of the national economy: a more suitable distribution of opportunities, income, and wealth, sustained increase in the amount of goods and services produced by the nation for the benefit of the people, and 3. An expanding productivity as the key to raising the quality of life for all, especially the underprivileged. What is the Regalian Doctrine? All lands of whatever classification and other natural resources, not otherwise appearing to be clearly within private ownership, shall belong to the state. The state is the source of any asserted right to ownership of land and charged with the conservation of such patrimony. Exception to the Regalian Doctrine. When there is an existing native title to the land or ownership of land by Filipinos by virtue of possession under a claim of ownership since time immemorial and independent of any grant from the Spanish crown. Any land that should have been in the possession of an occupant and of his predecessors in interest since time immemorial for such possession would justify the presumption that the land has never been part of the public domain or that it had been a private property even before the Spanish conquest. Native title refers to the pre-conquest rights to lands and domains which, as far back as memory reaches, have been held under a claim of private ownership by ICCs or IPs, have been public lands, and are thus indisputably presumed to have been held that way since before the Spanish conquest. Ancestral domain refers to all areas generally belonging to ICCs or IPs comprising lands, inland waters, coastal areas, and natural resources therein held under claim of ownership, occupied and possessed by ICCs or IPs by themselves or through their ancestors, communally or individually, since time immemorial, continuously to the present, except when interrupted by war, force majeure or displacement by force, deceit, stealth, or as a consequence of government projects or any other voluntary dealings with the government or private individuals or corporations. What is the public trust doctrine? Under 11 RA 11659 or the New Public Services Act, a public utility is a business or service engaged in regularly supplying the public with some commodity or service of public consequence such as electricity, gas, water, transportation, telephone, or telegraph services. No franchise certificate or any other form of authorization for the operation of a public utility shall be granted except to citizens of the Philippines or to corporations or associations organized under the franchise certificate or under the Ulit, no franchise certificate or any other form of authorization for the operation of a public utility shall be granted except to citizens of Philippines or to corporations or associations organized under the laws of the Philippines, at least 60% of whose capital is owned by such citizens, nor shall such franchise, certificate, or authorization be exclusive in character or for a longer period than 50 years. Thus, only Filipino citizens or corporations of at least 60% of whose capital is Filipino-owned are qualified to acquire a franchise certificate or authorized to operate a public utility. Exploration, development, and utilization of natural resources. Only Filipino citizens and corporations or associations of at least 60% of whose capital is owned by Filipino citizens are qualified to take part in exploration, development, and utilization of natural resources. Natural resources, except agricultural resources that cannot be alienated, can be explored, developed, or utilized by direct undertaking of activities by the state, co-production, joint venture, or production sharing agreements with the state and all other under the full control and supervision of the state. However, as to marine wealth, only Filipino citizens are qualified. This is also true of natural resources in rivers, bays, lakes, and lagoons, but with allowance for cooperatives. Acquisition, ownership, and transfer of public and private lands. Imperium refers to the power to govern possessed by the state which is embraced in sovereignty. Dominium refers to the capacity of the state to own or acquire properties. The classification of lands of public domain are agricultural, forest or timber, mineral lands, and national parks.